Hi there. My name is Ashish, and while we all know that Captain Cool Dhoni has retired, I believe there is a very important life lesson which we all need to learn from him, and essentially his approach towards the game. And I'm not talking about his approach towards winning or losing or the six in the last ball, but a general approach that he has developed over the last few years towards the game itself. Now, if you look at any of his interview, uh, there are tons of his interviews on YouTube. There's a very consistent messaging that he has done that it's not about the goal but the process. Now, what does it mean? So, traditional wisdom often tells us that the best way to achieve what we want in life, our professional career or business, is to set very specific, actionable goals. But then, the ones who actually win every time, very consistently, have a very different approach. While they do set goals, they also build systems to achieve those goals. Goals are important, but the most important recipe is to understand how to get there in a very, very consistent manner. For example, if you're an entrepreneur, uh, you want to build a world class business, which is, let's say, unicorn business. While your goal is to build a very successful business, it's very ambitious, you are all kicked up about it. Your systems are what will decide whether you get there or not. Now, what do I mean by system? A system in this case is how you are testing your product, how you are building your product, the team you're hiring, your approach towards customer acquisition, your approach towards the business model, your approach towards being mentored, etc., etc. Right? Similarly, if you're trying to lose body fat, you can always go for a quick fat loss program. And once it is over, we all know what happens. You'll again go back to the normal mode. Systems thinking is very different. Systems thinking essentially mandates that your system, if you want to lose weight, is all about getting up in the morning, jogging, or essentially doing fitness exercises, taking care of your diet plans, your daily routines, what you are eating, what you're not eating, everything, right? And once you have a system set in place, you will start enjoying the system. Whether you achieve your goal or not is not really important. What happens is whether over a period of time you start enjoying the system so much. For example, I have known many friends who were uh, extremely fat, but once they start going through a systematic plan, they've started enjoying the system so much that even if you offer them free beer, they will not, you know, go for it. And it's not that they feel guilty about it, but it's just that they have built that in the system because the fact that they are able to enjoy the current, the diet plan, the way they approach food itself is extremely enjoyable and extremely useful to them, right? So systems versus goal thinking is what separates a lot of winners and losers. In fact, uh, if you have come across Scott Adams, the founder of the man behind Dilbert, he makes a very interesting statement that goals are for losers. And what he means is that goal oriented people exist in a state of continuous pre success failure at best and permanent failure at worst if things never work out. So, your essentially your happiness is tied towards one specific goal, and either you are always in a continuous pre-success failure mode or a permanent failure mode. While systems people succeed every time they apply their systems. So you want to lose weight. Today I didn't eat any junk food. I have succeeded. Today I've taken, I've been through my fitness program. I've succeeded. So they succeed every time they apply their systems in the sense that they did what they intended to do, right? Which is what also explains why somebody like Dhoni is also called as Captain Cool because you know he has learned to really figure out how to apply the systems. And I would really recommend watching some of his interviews on YouTube, wherever. Uh, the one consistent message is, it's not about the end goal; it's about the process. Last but not the least, I will highly recommend you this book, How to Fail at Almost Everything and Still Win Big by Scott Adams. Cheers.